Hello again, all you wild and woolly people in recovery, and happy Halloween! It's tomorrow, but I figured that we'd wish you a happy Halloween today. You know, this community that we're attempting to form is for the betterment of all. And those that come into community, we can honestly say that if we're healthy in community, we can say to them, you never have to drink or use again, unless you choose to, because it becomes a choice. Once they find out that they have the power to recover, then it's their choice whether they want to recover or not. So I invite you to take part in this attempt to strengthen and broaden our recovery community. Now, we've had one person that is wrote into us and asked me to speak on the subject of medication and recovery. In this day and age, there are very few pure alcoholics or pure addicts. Most of us, like myself, are polyaddicted. I don't remember ever turning down a drug. I was addicted to more. Just give me more. I don't care what it is, anything to make me not feel like I feel like when I'm not using. Anything. So I was addicted to more and yours, because I never had the money to pay for it. So I would come and get, wiggled in there close to you so I could pick your pocket, which didn't make me feel good either. So if you look around though, if you search, you can find AA and NA groups that are becoming tolerant and knowledgeable about the fact that it's not about the substance you use. The substance is irrelevant. It's about recovery. It's not so much what you use, it's what happens to you when you use. So keep, searching. Find a place where you can settle and go to that group, become a part of the community, and recover. Now, my personal experience with this is that when I was 5 years sober, 6 years sober, and just beginning my going back to university, I was struck in a crosswalk one night, thrown over the hood of a car, and my body sustained some injuries that are going to be permanent. There's nothing that the medical people can do about them, and they cause pain. Now, when I was hit, I was given opiates because they're about the only thing that addresses severe pain. Or it's the most convenient thing for doctors anyway. I went back to my group and I was assured by my group that I am still sober because it's an outside issue to AA. So I continued upon my way, and because I had chronic pain and the doctors continued to prescribe the opiates, I began a struggle. Because my body became dependent on those drugs, and I'd start to go into withdrawal when I didn't have them, which is one of the criteria for addiction. But being stubborn as I am, I would take the opiates in increasing amounts as prescribed by the doctor, and sometimes more than prescribed by the doctor, until I got to the point where it was concerning me, and then I would stop, and I would cold turkey. And for about 2 weeks, I would go without any pain medication until the pain got substantial, and I had to start again, but I could start on a much lower dose. This went on for 15 years. No, I'm sorry, I lie. 13 years. Until I ran into a doctor that was fresh out of medical school, and she said, oh, well, here, we'll put you on this. It's a patch. And me not being familiar with the drug at the time, I'm fully familiar with it now, said, okay. And I became extremely addicted to a painkiller that is used for terminal cancer patients, not for chronic pain, not for moderate to severe chronic pain. And when I got to the point where I was concerned and just stopped, I went psychotic. Thankfully, where I live, we have a really good detox. And I went into the detox facility, and 8 days later I came back out into the community. And for the next 2 or 3 months is what it took for me to get back to somewhat normal. But I no longer use opioid pain medication. I have no reservation. I understand fully that anything that causes me to become dependent, or anything that changes my mood, or the way I think immediately and strongly is off limits for me. But to see, the thing is, a lot of us nowadays have what they call concurrent disorder. We have an addiction, but we also have a subsequent mental issue. And some of the medication they prescribe for the mental issues make it difficult to get into recovery, especially into detox, because they're restricted. So the only alternative is to sober up in the community. And I can tell you from experience, that is highly difficult, and it is not really all that successful. You need support when you are detoxing. If you are taking a medication for a mental condition, the bottom line is it's up to you whether you consider yourself sober and clean or not. Whoops. There. What other people's opinions are don't matter. If people start commenting and taking your inventory, I give you this prayer for them, and you should pray for them. Pray for them. God bless you and keep you far away. And go on and do whatever it is you need to do to recover. You're allowed to have whatever kind of recovery you want to have. So don't let other people's opinions influence. Follow your doctor's orders, because they're the ones that are trained professionally. Follow your heart, because it will tell you the truth about what you are doing. And if you are doing it to save your life, then keep on doing it. It comes down to this: which disease is going to kill you first? Is it going to be the mental disorder, or is it going to be the addiction? And you deal with that one. Deal with them both, but put the consequences and the focus on the one that's going to kill you first. None of us knows what is exactly good for the other. No matter what, support those that are struggling unconditionally. Because my higher power is the one that brings unconditional love and acceptance into this universe. You can accept a person exactly as they are. You do not need to condemn them. You do not need to judge them. You can go straight to acceptance support. And that's what I encourage you to do. They're having enough trouble. They don't need you to add to it. So be positive with those that are struggling. Be a good example of what it is to be in recovery. There's enough negative up there already. And let's build together. Build a strong community of support, so that those that are coming in will feel that they're a part of something that will give them a chance to stay clean and sober and live. I invite you, as was done for this segment, to give suggestions on what it is you want to hear about. Ask questions. Do whatever you need to do, but let's build this community and have it strong and healthy for those that are here or coming. So until we meet again, it is my deepest wish that we walk together, hand in hand, with each other and our higher power, because together we can do what we cannot do alone. Bless you all. Shalom.